Hello everybody, it's Scott here for another wonderful modded Minecraft episode. Today we're going to do a mod spotlight on Draconic Evolution. I'm sure you guys, when we've gone through other videos, have seen some very odd objects and thinking, well, what is that? And obviously today we're also going to cover it. So, what Draconic Evolution is it gives you access to a lot of very nice end tier items. Obviously some some armor, but most importantly, it allows you to have essentially a giant energy core. Obviously in some previous episodes you guys have seen some of those large level tier 8 ones and tier 7 ones. Obviously we're going to show you how to build one yourself and how it works, and also the whole mod in general. So what we can do then, I think what we'll do is we'll just go through the weapons and armor, and then we'll kind of work our way up to some of the like the energy core and some of the items themselves. So obviously when you start on early on, you're going to see a lot of these Draconian Ores. As you can see where obviously tends to get spawned pretty much right at the bottom level on the way, where your diamonds are, and then you're going to need a lot of them. Essentially they get furnaced into an ingot as well, and then you're going to need a lot of Draconian blocks for all this. So obviously if we look at our pickaxe of the Wyvern, you're going to need diamonds, 3 diamonds obviously, and then these Wyvern energy cores, so a lot of redstone, a lot of Draconian ingots and Draconic cores. So as I said, this is very much an end tier mod, you see, because you're going to need lots of gold, diamond, Draconian ingots, and then obviously in the future, if you want to go up to the higher level tier stuff, you're going to need a lot of awakened cores and energy cores, and that will mean nether stars. Obviously in the previous episode we did, I was showcasing the wither spawner I had, and this is one of the reasons why you need so many nether stars. If you're thinking, well, you've only ever played vanilla Minecraft, well, what do you tend to use nether stars for? Something except for like beacons and that. This is one of the reasons why you need so many of them, because for this mod, like I said, it is an end tier 1. What we can do then is I'll show off some of the items I already have. As you see, I've already got a Draconic Helm, chest plate and leggings. The nice thing about them is you can obviously make them invisible and hide the armor, because it does have to say look a bit bulky. So there's me, very happy chappy, and if we just turn that off, what you'll see is the helmet. So what we can do is we'll just do the same for all of them. And the nice thing about this armor, obviously you can have boost, inertia, you can essentially fly. It's turning you into essentially creative mode, really. There's some more. Okay, let's do the rest. Oh god. Let's turn you off, and final one, the old feet. Beautiful. So it's very, very nice looking armor. I mean, for me personally, I prefer the Wyvern helm and armor and chest plate. You see, as you can see as well, these do require power, and they have been upgraded as well. That's the other nice thing about it. You see, you can enchant them with the standard enchanted books, but also, as you can see, it's got protection 4, but also upgrade them via Draconic Evolution as well. As you can see, we've got other items here as well, the old Draconic Staff of Power. So what that allows you to do is essentially break blocks very, very quickly. What we'll do is we'll actually showcase that a little bit, I think. Off we go. Let's try this out. See, 1 hit, but the nice thing about this is you've got all these options here, attack radius. I don't think I'll upgrade that. And then what we can do, dig depth 3x3 as well, so all the way down there. But where is it? We can do it across dig OE. That's right, 5x5. So if you want to, 5x5x5. Pretty cool, right? And nice thing about it, it automatically sucks it back up into your inventory, so you don't have to worry about that. Obviously when you're trying to build things and you accidentally click on it, and you're going to wipe out a lot of your build. So it's another reason why I don't tend to have it on high at all. Nice thing about it as well, it does a lot of damage, one hit kills. So the Staff of Power comes from essentially combining a Draconic Sword and your shovel. And you're thinking, well, alright Scott, what's this layout here? You know, we understand what a Draconic Awakened Draconian Ingot is about. You know, you're making from a load of these. So if we go back, what you're going to see and what we're going to need is this setup here. Now, you can obviously see these are chaotic fusion crafting injectors. The first ones you're going to want are essentially the basic ones, and obviously as the tier increases or the requirement for improving other items increases, you'll need higher tiered fusion injectors as well. Obviously the first one's not too bad. Excuse me. You've got a few diamonds, block of iron, yeah, 3 diamonds, 4 and all that. Then obviously as you increase, you then start need to infusing standard basic injectors with other items to increase it, and it gets higher and higher. And you probably noticed at the bottom there that it's costing energy as well. So for essentially from the basic to the second lowest one, you're going to need a 56,000 RF and all these items to infuse it with. And essentially what you do is you put all the items that's needed. So as an example, if we were increasing this to this, we need at least 8 injectors. So you put each one around here, and then you put what you're trying to configure, i.e. a fusion crafting injector in here, and then you click OK. Obviously you need a lot of energy, and that's what we're going to get onto in a moment. But what I can do in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll just show how it works. So what we can do, we'll create a basic fusion injector. Looks like we're missing a block of iron. Okay. Okay. And then what did we need for that? 4 diamonds, 2 draconic cores, and a wyvern core. Okay. Diamonds. Let's just take some of that, and just go at draconic. Just take half a stack of that, half a stack of that. Anything else? I want a block of draconium. Okay. Right, wonderful. We're all good to go. So, as I've mentioned before, let's just get rid of some of these items, so we don't need them. Okay. Take you out. So we need one of you. So, as I said, right click on that. You can see it's now holding it there, which is great. And then 2 draconic cores. 1, 2. 1, 2. It shouldn't really matter where you put them as long as they're actually close to the fusion crafting core. And then it's the 3 diamonds, isn't it? Was it 3 or 4? 4. Oh god. Right, that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We've got everything there. Then we just need to dump this in here. And it should change in the GUI here to say you've got all the right items. So then what we'll do is we'll start it. And you can see there's a nice little effects there, like a Tesla coil effects. It's quite nice. Boof. There you go. Simple as. And now we have one Infusion crafting injector, the 1 tier up. And you can see it gets higher and higher. And the increase in level costs far more energy as well. So in the previous episode we showed off an energy a cell to power the refined storage, right? And that had about 2 million in it in its entirety. This just needs just under 2 million just for this infusion. Now imagine you're doing like 8 or 9 or 10 even, like I've got here. It's going to cost a lot, like nearly 20 million RS. So you're going to need a good level of energy generation. Obviously, when I covered environmental tech the other day, that would be an area I would definitely go down if I was going to infuse any items on here. Obviously, you can do the same as I mentioned before if you're trying to upgrade your weapons into the higher tier weapons, like I know your sword here. But the problem with that is you're going to need a lot of nether stars. And I believe probably dragon hearts as well. Now that's going to be a tough one. So obviously with dragon hearts you're going to have to kill an ender dragon, which isn't a problem. You know, just go to the end and kill one, right? But that's going to be an issue in the long run because you're going to need more than just one. But what I'll do is I'll show how that's done at a later stage. I think the next part is energy storage, because although we can generate the energy, it will need a bit of a buffer to pull all the energy out and dump it in here if you're going to quickly do one after the other. So what we can do is I will show you how it's built by going to the training center. Obviously that's how where I've done all the other wonderful mod spotlights so far. If I just zoom over here. Oh, donk. Right. So one of the things I would tend to get first, 2 items in fact, that would be this Draconic Evolution information tablet. And let's see, how much does that cost? I don't think it costs that much. There it is. So a bunch of stone and a bit of draconium dust, which you'd get from obviously breaking one of the ores. And what you get is this wonderful menu showing exactly how to build things, fusion crafting, as some of the things we've obviously just covered. How you set it up. Obviously you don't need to have it that large, but as you saw in my setup. See how you make your weapons, what they're used for. It's absolutely wonderful what they've got here. So I would definitely get that initially. But you will definitely need help when you're creating your energy core with this, you see, because it will go into exactly what you need. The pylons as well, and the core. And where is it? There should be... Oh, there, God, it was right there. So, exactly what you need for Tier 1, and it goes all the way up to Tier 8. As you saw on our shared area, this is what we've got, Tier 8. So, 36 energy core stabilizers, energy core, nearly 1,000 draconian blocks, and nearly 400 awakened draconian blocks. Now, obviously in Tier 7 you don't need awakened draconian blocks, but if you ever do decide to go for Tier 8, that's where you'll need a lot of dragon hearts to get it done. Today what we're going to do is we'll just do a Tier 2, because it's nice and simple. What you'll definitely need is a crystal binder, and what did we say we needed? 1 energy core, 4 energy core stabilizers, and 6 draconian blocks. So as you can see, what I'll do is I'll just break these for the moment so we can actually see the energy core. Isn't that wonderful? So we've already built them, and if you're wondering how do you actually make them, well, with any kind of blocks of something, oh, there's a bit of lag there, you did 9 draconium ingots. To get your energy core, 6 draconium ingots, your wyvern core, obviously you need a nether star. So it goes back to the wither spawner, or manual methods, and a couple of wyvern energy cores. So nice and simple, right? You also need a couple of energy pylons to transfer the energy. So a lot of high tier stuff eye of the ender. Obviously you're going to need some blaze powder and ender pearls for that. Obviously a couple of emeralds, diamonds, and another draconic core. So obviously it will produce 2 of them, so that's good, and then obviously a bit of glass. So once you've got your energy core, it's best to place it off the floor, because it's going to need some space below it, you see. And then what we can do is right click on it, and then what it will do is it will show what's valid, what's invalid. Obviously we don't have it stabilizers yet, but that's fine because we're going to have to actually place it them afterwards. So what we're going to ask is say, hey, look, we've got all the items we need. Assemble the core. It'll do it automatically. As you see on the bottom left, I want to complete structure missing required blocks. Draconian blocks. Right. Obviously that's... Oh, we are actually missing one. Oh god. Try that again. There you go. All done. But obviously it's not turned into the energy core. The energy ball at the moment. So what we're going to do is store the 4 energy core stabilizers. We put them on the outside. Now some of the bigger energy cores you're going to need 9, I think it is, for each side. So what was it? 9 times 4 is 36, right? So you're going to need 36 energy core stabilizers. Actually, we didn't actually go through how to make them. Right, where are you? Ah, there you go. So, firstly, you need a particle generator, blocks of redstone, blaze rods, and draconic cores. And then 4 diamonds around them, and then you get one of them. So you're going to need a stack load of diamonds and blaze rods and redstone for this. Right. So then, it looks like it's complete. You can't click anything actually on the blocks. You need to click it on the energy core stabilizer. And then what we want to do is activate it. And there you go. Boom. Isn't that beautiful? So, as you saw, we've got the capacity, 273 million RF. Now, to put that into context, as I mentioned before, the energy cell we had for the refined storage had about 2 million. This is just a tier 2 energy core. It has 273 million. Absolutely crazy amount of energy. And then obviously what we've got overall percentage-wise of how much it's full and how much it's transferring if it's plus or minus. We've got nothing going in at the moment. So the next stage would be how we're going to get energy in here. That's where the energy pilings come in. And what we need to do is put... We've obviously placed in there. What we need to do is put a bit of glass on top and it will turn into a little ball there. And you've got inside and outside. So at the moment, this is pulling the energy out. And that's how you would obviously get the... you'd obviously want one going in. So obviously they pull the energy in and then one come out to basically power all the other machines, you see. At the moment we've obviously got it going out because we've already got these other little weird things set up here. You think, well, what is it? So, as I mentioned before, the best, in my opinion, way to power these things or to fill them up is through environmental craft. Solar arrays. So, I took the liberty of building a small little tier 1 solar array on the top, you see. Isn't that wonderful? Very nice. But what we have here is a little basic energy input-output crystal. And what you would need for that is... Let's see, that's... So what we do is we create energy relays first. More blocks of redstone and draconic cores. And then that will create 4. Obviously you need 4 diamonds as well. And then what you do is you'd put, as you see, well, we've got one here. Just one in there, and you get 2 input-output crystals. Isn't that great? So you need also to create a crystal binder. More diamonds, more laser. Like I said, very much end game mod this is, and there's a lot to go through. It's another one of the reasons why when we went through the previous episode, we went through auto processing and auto crafting, because this will help a hell of a lot with this, you see. So once we've got this crystal binder, what we want to do is shift right click, and what it will see, have a nice little green outline, and then bottom left, block saved to tool. And then what we can do, we'll find, I don't know, as an example, if we want to bind it to this relay out here. Just place it there. If we go back to this, you see it's still green, and then without shift right clicking it, we just right click it by itself, boom, and you see there's a nice little blue ghosted line going there. So basically any power is going to be pulled into here now. And then what we can do, let me try and think, what would be the best one to actually try and transfer energy to? Bear with me a sec, guys. What I'll do is I'll grab one of those one of these, I think. Redstone furnace. Obviously I'll put it back afterwards. Right, let's put that there. Now some items don't need an input-output or I/O crystal, right? Some do. I believe in this case, this instance, that's still got, that's annoying, we're not going to be able to see that. Okay, what we can still do, we'll do it anyway. So, shift right click this, and now it's gone to this point. So then what we're going to do is link this to say this. It's not a valid device. Oh, okay, maybe we do need that then. Let's just dump that there, and boof. Okay. As you can see, it's filling up there now as well. So if we were to start using this, input-output mode is inputting into this. See? Wonderful. Right, so we just break this, because we really don't need that up here. Excellent. What we want to do is essentially, it looks like I've already done this, is link this input-output crystal to a relay crystal down below. Let's just go here. See if it's linked. Ah, yes, it is. See? So it's linked all the way down there, and then what we've done is obviously right-clicked on here, and then linked it to this one here. And as you can see, on the bottom right, it says in output mode is output. So how we can change that is make sure we've only got a hand, and I believe, yeah, shift right-click, and you can see you can change it. So essentially what we want to do is have that output into this, which is great, but what we need to then change is this. See the arrows are pointing out, we want it to be the same as that. So what we can do is right click on this little ball here, boof, and you can see now, look, there's a nice little animation where the energy is going in here. What is it, input? Probably look at it's night time, guys. Oh dear. Right, let's try and go to daytime again. Every moment. Come on. Right, back we go, guys. Wonderful. Fly back over there and see if it's actually getting energy in, because obviously the problem we had is because solar rays obviously dependent upon bit of sunlight. It's not going to actually have it in, is it? Right, how are we doing, guys? Right. Ah, there you go. Wonderful. Yes, so output goes into that, and then this needs to be inputting going into this. Okay? Isn't that great? But like I said before, what we need then is to have one coming the other way. As you see, that's got a massive buffer on it as well. So then what we can do, still at plus 549. What we then can do, I think what would be a nice easier way, let's have a look, furnace, see if that does it. Oh, that's right, yes, that's why it wasn't working, guys. Right, that's better. So then obviously we've got the relay crystal, but what we need is a wireless energy crystal. It's been a bit silly there. So we need 4 ender pearls, 2 eye vendors, and a couple of those particle generators, as well as an energy relay crystal. Was it in the name? Relay. So what we can do, we'll just quickly look for one. See if we've already got one. Wireless energy crystal. There you go. Boof. I should really put some signs on these to actually say exactly what it is. So what we can then do, if we have a wireless energy crystal, we'll have a nice little red circle around there. We'll put an IO crystal on this one, and if that's outputting, we need that to input. Right. Is that actually going into that? Right. Okie dokie. Right. Okay. Buff to that. And then buff to that. And our energy should be coming up into it. Is that buffering? Why is it not working? Right, but if we right click on this. Oh, God. Oh, it's all going wrong, guys. Right click on that. And then to that. And then what we want to do, right click on this. And then we'll go poof to that. You see there's a little red line there now. And it will start powering this up. At the moment, that's not actually giving enough any energy, is it, guys? I wonder. Well, it's slowly going up, isn't it? Why is it? Let's ready to do that, shall we? How odd. Okay. Maybe it was because it was right next to that other block. That could be a potential reason why. Because that's just filled up straight away, as you can see there, guys. Okay. Buff and buff. Buff and buff. There you go. Wonderful. Lovely. And now it's completely filling it up. See? Now this is obviously a very, very powerful bit of equipment because it means you don't have to have wires running all over the place. And as you see on the bottom right, it can have up to 16 links, wireless links to different machines. You can have 60 machines being powered by this one energy core. And obviously you can have 2 links on the basic one. Now I'm pretty sure with these, the higher level ones, you can have more links. And what we can do is, if we go back to my base, I shall showcase my higher level stuff and the way I've got it laid out as well. Right. Buff. Biff, buff, buff. Right. As you see, we've got some high level ones here. And these are the chronic ones, the highest level you can have. And you can see you can have up to 64 wireless links as well as 16 standard links. And as a massive level of buffer, 64 million. And obviously, like I mentioned before, this infusion, you're going to need a lot of energy if you want to do continuously infuse items. And obviously you can automate this as well, which I won't go into too much detail now. But as you can see, the energy core is really, really good for a giant battery. And if we go down here, we've got a bunch of them all over here. Some of them are going down to the ground level where I think they're being powered by other items. There's my main energy core, 8 links. And if we go onto this, you can see, look at that. Isn't that amazing? This has 20 links on it, all being powered. So literally all my infrastructure here is being powered by these wireless crystals. Imagine having to have all the wires running all around the place to try and power things. So you're thinking, well, yeah, that's great. Okay, so I can get all the low tier stuff, but obviously you mentioned before, Scott, that we're going to need lots of dragon hearts to actually do anything. How am I going to actually do that? Well, you can do that by creating an RF world, which will spawn dragons, essentially. Now, obviously that's in another mod spotlight, which I'm going to do soon. But for the time being, what we can do is I'll just show it to you and show you how pretty cool it is. Now, unfortunately, the dragons themselves, they tend to enjoy breaking things. So they've broken the actual spawner on there. So what I've done is I've had to create a portal with obviously Rick and Morty's portal gun. Where is it? Run. Dragon Ages. Let's go there then, guys. Let's make sure we got everything going. We'll definitely need the bow. Oh, no, right, let's fly. Oh, wow, isn't that cool? There's one there. It's not a very pretty looking world, but the purpose of it is to kill dragons. And because we can fly, it doesn't really matter. Oh, there they go. Ooh. So, let's kill us some dragons then, guys. As you see, I've got a Draconic Bow, and it's been absolutely upgraded to no ends. Infinity as well. And we're able to kill dragons like you know, a knife through hot butter. And you can see the dragon hearts are spawning, and they should just pop right into my inventory. There's one. Where are the others? Oh, there's the other. And there should be another coming in a moment. Oh, here comes some more dragons. Obviously, when dragons spawn, they all spawn to where is it? To the 0-0 spot. So they'll always be around here. But yeah. Now we've got some dragon hearts, and let's just head back for the time being. Where are you? Oh, actually, let's kill this other one. Beautiful. Right. I probably spent about half an hour here before, just killing dragons and getting their hearts. So if we just head back now. That is a nice easy way. Well, I say easy. It's only easy once you've obviously built the whole thing. It's obviously a bit of a task to actually build the world, and then obviously you have all the armor and the bow and arrow to be able to do that with, but it does help a lot. And obviously you can do your upgrades from these upgrade keys, and much the same way with Infusion, the Injector system. You will need to say use an injector on your item. So look, as an example, if we wanted to improve the draw speed on my arrow, you can obviously craft it, and then what you would essentially do, see here, if you hold shift and then hold control, for level 3 you'll need 2 level stars, Draconic cores, 2 emeralds, 1 core, and upgrade keys. So what you would do is essentially put all these on the outside, like we did before with the injector, and then put the bow in here, and then it would essentially upgrade it. Unfortunately, to be able to get to level 3, you have to do each stage, so level 1, or all the basic ones, and then next one. So it's a lot of effort, but as you saw from us killing those ender dragons, it does help so much. I think we've covered pretty much everything bar some spawners and some other items. Actually, let's have a look at a couple of the other items. So here's one of the items, the Celestial Manipulator. You can stop the rain, start a storm. It's not that exciting, and it costs a lot of energy to do. So essentially we could stop the rain here, or start the rain. And it'll have a nice little animation. Isn't that cool? Boof. As you can see, those little particles creating a storm. And now it's raining. And let's stop it again. I'm not sure why or you would want it to start raining for, but it's just a cool little device. A couple of the other items I tend to use as well is you've got Energy Infuser. So if I know your arm is running low on energy, you could use that. It's got a nice little animation. As you see, this Draconic Flux Capacitors going back, it's recharging. So these flux capacitors are essentially just little mini batteries, which I need. As I mentioned before, these all this armor and my weapons they're all powered. As you can see, the charge is 256 million. So it's good to have these extra batteries, and I've got 3 of them, or 640 million. So I've probably got about 1.8 billion worth of RF on me. As I said, you know, like the in the previous episode where we use just a little energy cell, was only 2 million. So you probably think, well, how much energy does a Draconic Bow use? On the bottom right, you can see per shot it uses 274,000, which is a lot. Which is very a lot indeed. I don't think, yeah, I don't really tend to use the spawners. But actually, I think I might actually go through that on the next episode, where I'll show you how to build a nice, simple spawner to get some of the items and whatnot from them, okay? But I think for the time being, guys, that's about it. If you have any questions about it, because obviously there's been a lot to go through, drop me a comment below. Also, I'll try and respond to the comments as much as possible. If you like it and want to see more of these mod spotlights, subscribe and obviously like the video, alright? Till then, guys, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.